I'm Sarantuyaa Zandaryaa, Program Specialist in the Division of Water Sciences, which is also the Secretariat of the International Hydrological Program of UNESCO, based in Paris, in France. And I'm the responsible officer for water quality.
Wonderful. I just have a question for you today. Could you please tell us what are the actions that UNESCO is planning to do to improve the water quality in the Americas?
Yes, well, thank you for this question. It's a very important question. So what UNESCO is doing is actually, we are, as a scientific organization, dedicated to promote science, knowledge, capacity building in addressing water issues at the global level. Our action to improve water quality in the Americas will be a part of UNESCO's action to address global water quality challenge. So this particular meeting, which is organized here in California in collaboration with the IANAS, Inter-American Academy of Sciences, and also National Academy of Sciences of the US, is part of UNESCO activities on water quality at the global level. So UNESCO's activities aim to generate new knowledge, promote science, research, and capacity building to address water quality challenges that are faced by countries around the world, from developed to developing countries. Secondly, UNESCO's activities aim also to promote scientific cooperation among countries and among researchers and institutions so that they can share and exchange the scientific knowledge, research results, as well as best practices, experience from different contexts and from different countries. Thirdly, we also promote and facilitate the interface between science and policy so that the existing scientific knowledge and information can be made available to policymakers so that the policy making is taken based on scientific knowledge, information, and scientific evidence so that the action and strategies can be sustainable.
So I'm going to ask you one other question. This is just opinion and curiosity mostly. As globally, as our human race approaches the population spike, so 9 billion up to 10 billion people in the next 50, 100 years, what do you think the state of the water, global water, will be in 50, 60, 70 years?
Well, the state of the global water resources is already under stress with the 7 billion people on the world now, and half of the world population already lives in cities in a very concentrated areas. This actually creates enormous pressure on water resources in the hinterlands surrounding the cities. So by the estimates which were presented in the last World Water Development Report, which is also published by UNESCO on behalf of the UN system, by 2030, about 40% of the countries will be living in the water stress conditions. So of course, when the population will reach 9 billion, the water resources will be under enormous stress, not only for the quantity of water uses, but also for the quality, because the more water you use, the more water you pollute. So in that regard, countries will actually drastically change the way we use water and we manage water resources so that there will be less stress on water resources, both in terms of quantity and quality, and this will require a paradigm shift in how we regard water resources as a natural resource or as a good or as a service, because water is everything. It is a natural resource, it's also basic human need, and it's also good. It's also economic good. It's sold and it's used in that terms. So the UNESCO's work in promoting the scientific knowledge, innovation, new ideas, new approaches is actually aimed to help countries, support countries to move towards more sustainable water resources use and also to reduce stress on water resources. And in my case, being the responsible officer for water quality, to solve water quality problems so that there will be less pollution and more clean water for different uses.
Okay. So the way that we know and use water today as a society, do you think will drastically change in 50 years?
I think so. It will change, and I also think it has to change. Because we have to change the way we use water, and we also regard water as natural resources. And I think because when water is available in abundance, people don't value water. And I think one of the most neglected issue in water resources management is what is the actual value of the water, not the price of water, not the tariff of water. So value in terms of water resources sustainability, value in terms of the water needs for ecosystems, value for social well-being, value for cultural aspects, as well as economic values, because I think there is no one economic sector which cannot grow without water. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Welcome.
for joining us today.
Pleasure.